Daily Broadside to 836. I've decided I got a new litmus test for whether I like people, and it's cream cheese. Cream cheese is the litmus test by which we will judge people heretofore. What do I mean by that? Man, I was eating something last night. I had ground hamburgers. Was basically all I had, like, and some spinach, right? Like on the side, not with the hamburger. And so just some ground up burger, ground up chuck, whatever. And so while I was heating it up, I looked in the refrigerator for something to drink, and I see I've got a little thing of cream cheese, and I was like, oh man, I ain't had cream cheese in, like, that thing's got to be 2 weeks old. It's got to be going bad soon. I haven't had bagels in quite a while, so that's really typically the reason I buy that, other than if I'm making something like a dip or something like that. And I was like, let me try that. So I scooped it all out. There wasn't that much in there, and I put a couple dollops, as it were, into the hamburger and mixed it up. And dude, I'm going to have to start putting cream cheese on my hamburgers. Like, it was phenomenal. It transformed. And I just love, like, ground beef. Like, ground beef, a little salt, some Irish butter. Like, I could just eat that all day long. I don't know why that's so good. It's like hamburger steak, but just granular form. And but it transformed it so much. And I've met people before that don't like cream cheese. I don't like those people. Starting now, that will be my thing, right? You like cream cheese? Yeah. I'm like, we can be buds, you know? If you don't, get out of my life. I don't need you anywhere near me, anywhere near my people, anything like that. So I'm just saying, like, cream cheese is like white bacon, okay? Bacon, right, is another one of those foods that never makes anything bad. I mean, they're putting bacon on donuts now. You know what I mean? Like, bacon goes on anything. If somebody had you at knife point, you know, and they were just knife pointing you, I guess that's a verb, and they were like, we're going to off your child if you don't eat this dog turd. I don't know why this scenario would happen, but let's just say something crazy like that happened. And you were like, all right, hear me out. Can I wrap it in bacon? And they'd be like, sure, you know, and then you did. You would so much more delightfully enjoy that dog turd than would without bacon. Same thing, cream cheese. You take a dog turd and just kind of get the little container, you know, and just kind of, I bet you money that dog turd is got to be at least 4,000% more tastier and perhaps more wholesome. And I don't know what the nutritional content of a dog turd that's been sitting in the yard for a day really is. It's probably not much, but at least cream cheese would give you some kind of a whatever. But anyway, have you ever noticed that women, I'll use women and men in these particular things. Women always have, like, if they like their hairdresser, their current hairdresser, that is, oh, girl, she is the best hairdresser on planet Earth ever. Now, if there's a falling out or they, you know, cut their bangs short or something, then they have a, you know, whatever, they move on. But when they like them, they are the best. They are the tip of the spear. They are, you know, the penultimate, right? Guys do the same thing with tattoo artists. Oh, man, my tattoo artist, he's like the greatest. He's like, this line work is blah, 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 blah. They're probably not, okay? Because first of all, nobody's the best, because we'll never be able to know who is the best, you know? Len Bias could have been better than Michael Jordan. We'll never know, because he decided to use cocaine. So my point is, like, everybody says that, right? And you can't all have the best hairdresser, and you can't all have the best tattoo. I've been going to I have 2 tattoo artists that do most of my work. One of them has done like 85% of everything I have. All right, so we've spent an inordinate amount of time together. We've hung out quite a bit, you know, hundreds of hours of sitting there talking about mostly music and pop culture and politics. But he's a nice guy. He's fun to hang out with. It's a cool shop, my main guy, that is. And you know, it listens to good music. We have much in common, and he doesn't smoke. If you've ever done like a 6-hour session with somebody that smokes, it's like a 4-hour session. And you just sitting around waiting for him to burn a dart out in the back parking lot. My point is, like, it's just a cool hang, right? And there's something, and it's a cool shop. Like, there's no like drama. It's just him and his buddy, and nobody comes in like strung out on H. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's not those kind of people, and they're not those people that like charge you $1 million, and you're like, that tattoo's $450, and it's like this big, and it looks like crap. You know, that kind of thing. He, like, his pricing's fair. It's just cool, right? Would I say he's the best in the world? No, I wouldn't. He wouldn't either. You know, because I don't live in Vegas or New York or LA or where all the major, like, high level, like the best of the best, that's where they go, and that's where they charge $2,000 an hour or whatever. But he's well above average, and I'm happy with everything, so it's all good. My point is, I don't understand why we as humans have to, like, throw it out that the people that we use, oh, they're the best. I know several people like this, and they always annoy me. Everything they own is the best. You go over to their house and you're like, what brand is that? And you're like, oh, this is a Wilma. The Wilma. Oh, back in the day, it was the best you could buy. This was the best you could buy. Blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, no, it wasn't. The Wilma sucked. The Wilma might have been a solid sixth in line of whatever. I don't even know what we're talking about. We're talking about widgets, But like everything they own is like the greatest, I went over to a dude's house one time to help him fix something one time. And I should have brought tools because he's like, oh, I got all the tools we'll need. I'm like, okay. And so I show up and I didn't bring any tools. The only tools I brought were this, spina bifida and cauliflower. That's all I brought, right? And so we start working on whatever. And I'm like, do you have a basin wrench or whatever? Oh, I got the best basin wrench money can buy. He comes back with like, something's not even a basin wrench. And I'm like, what is that? What are we supposed to do with, and it's like everything that I've got the best rope money can buy. And you tie it to something, it snaps immediately. I don't understand what it is about people that we have to like talk about how our stuff is the best. We're just so arrogant, and you have to like really beat that out of yourself. You really do. I have a girlfriend who, she went to a hotel the other day, and in San Diego, it's, I think Spanish for Wales vagina. I might have messed that line up. Anyway, parking was $65 a day. Now, I understand that parking is at a premium in large cities like that, but come on, man. $65 a day. I mean, it was an expensive hotel, but still, like, just roll that into the price and don't tell me. It's just better that way. I can't deal with that. It's the reason I couldn't live in, like, New York and all, and you spend, like, $109 a day to park your car. They don't want you to have a car. Like, and I've got too many cars. Like, that would, oh, God, it would just bankrupt you. It would make me physically ill to have to pay crap like that. You know what I mean? And they're making a Young Guns 3. I don't remember how Young Guns 2 ended. I kind of remember, I want to feel like Young Guns 1 ended in that house, and Emilio Estevez got stuffed into a little case and thrown out the front window and hurled himself down 15 feet on the ground. That had to break something, right? And he gets out shooting, and all this stuff. But I think that Chavez, Dillett, McDurney, Durney, Mulroney, Roney Durner, whatever that guy's name was with the chew, Chavez, he didn't like the engine, as he called him, I think, the Native American. But Chavez, I think he got like gut shot and rode off on his spirit horse into the unknown. I think that's how the first one ended. And I mean, the whole story of Billy the Kid is the fact he's Billy the Kid. He didn't live to be past like 14 or something. What's his name? Started with a G. Gaither, Garrett, James, Garrett something. Garrett Spoonweather. I don't know what his name was. Spoonweather sounds kind of cool. I could be a Spoonweather. Anyway, the point is, I don't know how they're going to make a third one unless we do some really crazy movie magic, because I think everybody's deceased. Anyway, y'all have a great Saturday afternoon, morning, and then afternoon. Kidding.